What time is it? TaWyana time. TaWyana. TaWyana. Hi guys, I am back with another video, and today I thought that it would be a good idea to show you guys how I make my sugar wax. So during this whole quarantine time or whatever, I know that salons and stuff have opened back up and you can go see your esthetician and all that good stuff, get your hair, nails done and all that. But I do think that it is a good idea to know how to do self-care at home. Just because you never know what's going to happen. And so with that, I had to learn how to wax because your girl needed to, you know what I'm saying. So I decided to, instead of using like regular wax, like the wax you buy at the stores or the hard wax or whatever, I was like, let me try my hand at sugar waxing. So I did my research and watched some YouTube videos, and I just did it, and I absolutely loved it. And so I just thought I would share with you guys how I make my wax, and then I could do another video showing you guys how I actually wax with the sugar wax. If you guys would like, if you would like that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up anyway, even if you don't want to see that. And then also make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you know the next time I post a video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video. Okay guys, so as far as the ingredients, it's really simple. So you can have a fresh lemon or lemon juice, and I'm just using this lemon juice right here. And you need some sugar and some water. So I'll put it all together for you guys so you can see, but I'm going to tell you the measurements now, and then I'll also put the measurements in the description box. There are the measurements for this batch is for like a smaller batch, but there you can double it, you can triple it, however big you want to make your batch. So I also have a little container that I use to put that I store my wax in. So I have this tiny little cup that I'm going to use just to test my wax. I'll show you guys what to use this for when the time comes. So this is a half a cup of sugar. And I'm just using white sugar, but you can use any kind of sugar that you want to use. You can use brown sugar, but I feel like the molasses in brown sugar will make it a little bit stickier and a little harder to work with. So I don't know. I never use brown sugar, so I don't know. That's just my assumptions. Now you're going to need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So as you see here, I have 1 tablespoon, and then I'm gonna pour up another one. Okay, got another one. Pour that in there. And then I'm also going to need 2 tablespoons of water. So I'm going to use tap water. There is 1 and there is 2. I am going to go ahead and just get all of these nice and mixed up in the pot. I'm one of them, like, anal people. Like when you're watching a cooking show and you see the people stirring stuff up and they don't mix it all the way, it be making me so mad. I'd be like, you could have mixed that up a little better than that. You could have scraped the sides and all that. Anyway, it is all nice and mixed up. It is time to move over to the stove. Okay, so now we are over at the stove, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on low. Okay, so we're just going to watch it, like stir it periodically, making sure that it's not burning. So I have a thermometer that I use for soaping, but every time I use the thermometer, I feel like it's just catching the hot spots in the pot versus determining, like, because it's like a infrared thermometer, so I feel like it's catching the hot spots and not actually the wax. So that's what the little cup is for. I'm going to be using that to test my wax periodically, and I'm also going to be going off of color. The color would be a little lighter, like a light caramel color, and then it'll develop more as it cools off. So that's something to keep in mind too, because you don't want to be looking for like this dark caramel color when you're cooking it, because then it's going to continue to cook once you stop it, and then it's going to be too hard. What I'm looking for is a soft wax, a wax that I can use when it's cold. As far as the temperature, I believe you're supposed to cook it until it reaches like 270 or something like that. But again, my thermometer just picks the hot spot, so I will be testing it with a cup of cold water, and I'll show you guys how to do that once the time is ready. So I'm gonna leave this here, let it bubble up, and yeah. Okay, so as you guys can see, it is bubbling up a lot. Now it is going to bubble a lot throughout this process. Keep your eye on it. Please do not like walk away and forget about this, because then you're gonna have burnt sugar in a pot, and that's gonna be horrible, because you could probably have to throw the pot away. Anyway, so let me show you guys what the little cup method is for. So I have this little cup of water, and if you want to test to see if your wax is ready, which clearly this is not ready, it's still clear, but to test, you're going to take a little bit and drop some into the water, and if it dissolves, then it's not ready. See, as you guys can see, it dissolved in there. If it dissolves, then it's not ready. But if you can actually like reach in there, like if it drops to the bottom and you can reach in there and grab it and mold it, and it's like pliable in your fingers, then it's ready. So obviously this isn't ready. I'm gonna give it some more time, keep my eye on it, and then I'll be back when it's ready. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are nice and like a light tan caramely color and very bubbly. So that's basically the signs that I look for. So I'm gonna test it out in my water, drop a little drops in there. Let's see, can I pick it up? Yes, I can. Now, as you guys can see, I have it in my hand, and I'm able to work it without it like just dissipating. It's like stuck on my nail, but it's at a good consistency when it's cold, which means that it's going to be at the perfect temperature for me, or not temperature, the perfect consistency for me when I use it room temperature. So now we're going to move, and I'm going to put it in my container after I let it cool. I let it cool for like about 5 minutes before putting it in my container, because of course my container is plastic. I don't want it to melt. So I'm gonna let this sit here and cool for a little bit, and then I'll move it to my container. So now we have our beautiful wax here. As you guys can see, it's like this pretty honey color. It really looks like honey. You can see it on the spatula. So now what I'm going to do is, once again, like I told you guys, this was a small batch, so it's not very much, but it's perfect for getting actually this will get a lot of waxes in. I found the last time I made some wax, it lasted me a really long time, and I made the bigger batch, like the one that's twice this size, and it lasted me a really long time. Actually, I feel like it lasted a little too long, because it started like changing in texture. So yeah, but this is so satisfying to play with this. But I actually need to get it in the bowl while it's still hot so that it can firm up. Scrape this down, flip it around, hey, scrape it down, hey, flip it around, scrape it down, flip it around. Pay me no mind. Now the thing that I like about sugar wax, one, comes in handy in quarantine, honey, because it's really cheap, really effective. It's what was I gonna say? A little goes a long way. Like, for real. A little bit goes a long way versus and it's very versatile too. That's another thing. Versus the other waxes. I'm not the most knowledgeable person on sugar wax. I know what I know from what I've researched, and I know the uses that I use it for. I typically only use it for my face. I try to use it on my legs. I got too nervous, and when I get nervous, I sweat, and so the sugar didn't want to stick to my sweaty legs because just waxing your legs, like I'm used to waxing my face, but waxing my legs had me so nervous that I was just sweating all over the place, and it just didn't work. So, but anyway, I digress. I know you guys are probably like, come on, girl, but yeah, whatever. If you guys like this video, please make sure that you hit the thumbs up button. If you're not already, make sure that you subscribe down below. And make sure you hit the bell button so you know the next time I post a video. I am so grateful for you guys watching me and being here. And thank you guys. I will see you next video. Bye.